Hey guys, welcome to the Model Citizen Podcast. We're your hosts, Hunter and Michaela. We are so excited to have you here. All right, let's dive in.
I don't think people care if you see the back of a no. I don't think people care if you see the back of a chair. That's never been an issue to me.
I really need to change it.
You could have the Game of Thrones chair behind you for all I care with all the swords
don't tell
and
me
shit.
that. Don't tempt me with a good time. I saw one on Home Goods the other day that was out for Halloween. I might get it.
Dude, did you really? Did they really have one
everything?
there?
Yeah, they
like a
literally
full-size
have
one?
Like where we would look like a minifigure. Like it's massive.
Like how big would you say?
Like I would say Shaq would even look small in it. Like it's that kind of big.
I think it's
big? Like a Halloween. Yeah, it's like a Halloween decoration. And it's like a huge chair with like skull. Like it looks like has like skulls and stuff on it. Anyways,
well, skulls. That's not the Game of Thrones one. If it's
but it's giving. It's not like an actual. Dude, the hair is weird today. Everything's weird.
You've been adjusting the hair.
I know.
Just put it in a ponytail and handle it.
The shoulders are slopey. I don't know what to do to tell everybody. Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Getting Out of Our Uglies Summer 2026. Now, you guys are probably wondering to yourself, where's your guys' guest this week? Unfortunately, we had some scheduling conflicts.
Last-minute scheduling conflict between the guest, between myself, and between Michaela. Getting three people aligned in schedule, can I just say, is a feat in of itself. But 1,000%. Fret not, because we will have an amazing guest back for next week. We're sliding out of our summer uglies finally, but we're sliding seamlessly into our fall uglies pretty soon. So it's kind of a year, seamlessly transitioning into our fall uglies. Yeah. What's been up, dude?
Gosh, what's been up? You know, it's like I just feel like I haven't left my house in like 4 days. Because as you guys know, we're having
sun.
Couldn't tell you. Really couldn't tell you. Today will be the day though, because I got to go out back and I have to de-spiderfy my backyard because we have got.
You're still in Spiderville?
I think we just here's the thing. I don't think my other neighbors care for their backyards that much. Like the ones that are immediately around me. And I think that they don't care. And they're all older, and so they can't really care for it. And I think that their spiders are encroaching upon my backyard because my backyard is spotless.
Right.
It's immaculate. So it doesn't really make any sense. I also am de-webbing constantly, and I'm spraying peppermint shit everywhere. There's no viable reason for my backyard to have a single spider in it. But somehow nature finds a way. Dude, so that's where we're at right now. So
into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse truly is you walking onto my back patio. No, and that's going to be me today. I'm going to be mask on into the Spider-Verse, out back, full leg coverings, arm coverings, head coverings. I shan't be in the sun.
Would you ever dare just do a hose to the whole perimeter?
You know, spider webs are waterproof for the most part. Spider webs are waterproof, and that's not going to do anything. I take the spray. I take
a hose.
No. Listen, I have a big jug of animal safe but not spider safe spray.
Okay.
That I'm going to be dousing my backyard with. And
we need the one that's not animal safe.
Well,
that's why they keep coming back.
If a spider lives through what I got, it deserves to be there, is all I'm saying.
Right. I do get that. That's the thing is I kind of feel that way with what we got going on with our deer situation out back. If a deer comes by and is still eating our plants, then you deserved it. You conquered what we have going on. And that is not an easy feat. Yep. And to that I say, enjoy.
Welcome.
And to that I say, voila. Voila.
Yeah,
and to that I say, enjoy your food.
Bon appetit. You say bon appetit. Well, I think we should do our ins and outs for this week.
Okay.
I'm going to start with my in, and it's a pretty I'm late to the party on this one.
Okay.
Is what I'll say. And you're going to be like, Michaela, you're going to be like, come on. My in this week is micellar water. So
micellar water is synonymous with me in the way
I
that
know.
air is synonymous with the world.
Right, absolutely. I have never fully gotten the hype of micellar water because
Okay.
I'm not a face wipe girl. And I'm still not,
Right.
because it's bad for you and it doesn't actually clean anything. All that does
Okay.
is just push makeup around. And I've always felt that. But
My acne-ridden skin
you're
says
like,
otherwise.
says you're right. But I have found that micellar water can be used for so many things that normally I would use a makeup wipe for. For instance, when I do my face makeup, I usually have to take off on my brows my foundation, right? Because like
Really?
I have dark brows. And so even like the slightest bit of foundation gets on there and it just looks terrible, right?
Right.
So every time I usually take a Q-tip, and before I would use like makeup remover, I'd use like a wipe, or I would use like eye makeup remover. And eye makeup remover is much oilier, much like it's just a more intense product. Then I got micellar water sent to me and I started using that instead. I think isn't it Neutrogena that makes the micellar water that everyone uses?
Okay.
Is that correct?
Well, I use Bioderma and I think that's the one you got to use. But
okay, I have a small Bioderma too, so maybe I'll start. But also this was just like it was free, so I started using it. And
I'm shocked
I've
that
just
doesn't
been using
irritate
it
your
for
skin.
everything. It doesn't irritate my skin. It will if I use it all over my face.
Okay, that's why you got to try the Bioderma sensitive.
Okay, if I use it in my brow, also when I went like this, this is what I would look like without brows, and that's fucking
Fierce.
crazy.
No, it's kind of fierce. Remember you literally like wanted to dye your brows though, like that one time?
I want to be so high fashion, and I'm just not. Like I'm not that
and you
girl.
Also
I don't
shaved off your brow.
I'm not Hunter Schafer. You know what I mean? Like I'm not giving any of that. I'm not giving like high cheek ones. Like is she like that androgynous, like tall, wafy, like alien look? That's definitely not
all you want, and that's all you've ever wanted too.
And it's never going to be me, and I've accepted that. So anyway, loving micellar water to like clean up, right? Plump and round. I've been using micellar water to like clean up underneath the eye when I'm doing my makeup. I've been doing it to clear this, like the lip gloss. It's just nice to take on a little Q-tip and it works.
Yes. I use it every single morning and I use it every single time after I wash my face, no matter what. Just to get that rest of that gunk out. Remember when we had an interview with Molly Sims and Emisha? And they were both saying that when they wake up, they do that instead of washing their face because they're like, well, why would I take off everything from the night before that I just worked hard for? And I was like, yeah, for sure.
That'll never be me because
that's me and my supermodel best friend, Molly Sims.
Yeah, and you guys are best friends. Now, I will never be the girl that doesn't wash my face in the morning. It is a refreshing start to my day that I can never not do.
Right. Well, you've never had New Jersey, New York water.
That's true.
Your skin of every last good oil in your body.
It's true. Every time I come back from your house, my skin is the worst it's ever been. It's horrific. So crazy how that works. And you have like filters and all kinds of stuff. Like you've done the work.
No, it's just not
to fix it.
It's just not, it's just not. Okay,
but the point is,
what's your out?
My out this week. Well, let me hear what you're in. I want to know what your in is.
Okay, my in is Trader Joe's.
Also, I've now pulled 3 different drinks.
I know. Every time I look up, I'll look down for a second to look at something, and I'll look up, and you have a new beverage in your hand. But honestly, to that I say, same.
Listen, they say hydration, caffeine, and then alcohol. And this is a little thing of vodka. Can you imagine? Can you actually imagine?
I was literally about to end this podcast. And what
is
this
it? This is Miralax.
You always have some kind of thing going on, dude. I swear to God. It's like, I think you're just doing too much. I think it's like you're like wishing a constipation situation on you because I think you're just doing too much. You're just like, you're doing a lot of butt activity. and
I
not in the
just
right
need
way.
everything to be smooth. And if it's not, it's a
How
problem.
smooth are you trying to get? Like, at some point, it's like, yeah, it's probably not just gonna fly out unless you Vaseline your butthole.
Dude, I'm trying to just like no wipe. That's how like
Dude, how much
that's
of
the
a
consistency I would need
as
it
a
to be.
mother,
Not too soft, not too hard, no wipe.
as a mother, nothing is more of a blessing than a ghost poop from your children.
Ghost poop. I love a ghost
You
poop.
just go for a wipe and you're just like, fabulous. We're done.
Barely anything
I would
there.
literally congratulate my kids. I'll be like, congratulations, that was a great one. High five.
Absolutely. And if you guys don't think I'm still doing sink baths, you're wrong.
Yeah, Kayla the other day was like, I just took another sink bath. And I was like, for like just enjoyment? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, we gotta get you out of the house. Someone's gonna come in your house.
I'm like,
you're gonna have spiders, you're gonna have a sink bath, you're gonna your computer's gonna be glitching. Like, I don't.
It's a cry for help, truly. It's truly a cry for help.
My in is Trader Joe's just came out with mango sticky rice. And it's frozen and they come in like 2 little packs and you put them in the microwave for like 50 seconds and it like warms up the rice, but the mango stays like kind of cold and it has like the sauce over it. It is so good. I just made one downstairs for my nanny and I. And like, dude, do you like mango sticky rice? Okay, then you'll like this.
Of course.
You have to go get it.
You know, any kind of Asian influenced food I'm obsessed.
You
Chinese,
have to go get it then.
Thai,
yeah,
Filipino,
it's
Japanese.
Delightful.
Yeah, love it all. Love it all. And mango sticky rice is like, that's a specialty. So I'm interested how they do that. So we'll see.
Yeah, I was interested too, and it's a 10 out of 10. Honestly, it's a banger.
Right. Okay, love that. My out is actually burnt pizza leftovers because I had those yesterday for lunch.
Did you burn the pizza? Did someone else burn the pizza? Why was it burnt?
I didn't realize it was burnt. You know, the
yeah,
pizza
but how
that
did it get there?
The pizza that I had, the pieces of the pizza that I had before that were straight and fresh were fine. And
but
then
where was that pizza from?
I don't want to say because it's not the pizza place's fault. It's my fault because we cooked it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. But it was from a pizza place.
It was not from a pizza place. It's from a pizza company.
Okay, so
a pizza provider, if you will.
DiGiorno?
It wasn't DiGiorno.
Okay, I was gonna say
it
shit
rhymes with Shmi PK.
How do
we burnt it and then I ate it the next day, dude, and it was so burnt and it was so bad, and it literally made me gag.
That's a bad one. I'm gonna tell you my out.
Okay,
I'm staring at it right now.
Uh-oh, Brian, get out of here. What is it?
So, and now I have notes on this trip. Anyways, my out is the fact that we went to Legoland. That's not my out. And we were like, you know what? This is vacation. Like, my kids wait all year for this trip. It's so much fun. It's so easy. Like, it's not super packed. We always stay the night and they have like a fun little Lego room. We got the Ninjago room this time. I got the premium suite. You better work, Mom. It just has like, and I was like, what's the difference between like the regular suite and the premium suite? And they're like, there's just like some more stuff on the walls. And I was like, okay, sounds like a con.
You were like,
okay,
charge it.
I was like,
you're like, rob me blind. Take it. Take my card.
Let me give you my PIN number. And so it's just a fun time. So we're, we're kind of like doing our thing. When you're on vacation, it's like money doesn't matter, right? You're like, whatever.
100%.
You want this? Charge it. You want that?
No.
Charge it.
When we were in Alaska, you look at activities and you're like $250 a person. That's a steal for this once in a lifetime. And then you get home and you're like, glasses on. What the fuck did we spend $500 on to ride behind a couple of dogs? The fuck?
Okay,
worth
that makes sense. And now to me that makes sense. Now that's almost half of what we paid for what I'm about to talk about. Now an experience like that makes sense.
Sure.
So Brian and I have this caricature from us that we have from our anniversary, our like first wedding anniversary or something from Disneyland. And so we were always like, oh, this is like so cool. Like we should get one of like us and the kids. And you can create, so there was a girl doing it, and you can either be like little Lego characters or actual caricatures. And I don't do the actual ones because it's like, I don't want to hurt my own feelings.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Well, when you told me you were getting a caricature done, I was like, that's crazy. I run from the caricature artist. I don't need you highlighting.
No, they would just
things about myself I didn't know were bad. Like they'll find something and I'm like, I didn't think I had like really chubby cheeks, like chipmunky cheeks until I got a caricature drawn of me one time. And I was like, wait a minute.
My caricature from Disneyland is cheeks and 2 little eyes. Okay. So it's like,
which is bad. How I see you.
Yeah. And so we chose the Lego heads. So we're 4 block heads basically. Right. And now this is just on a regular piece of paper, and she starts drawing, and we're just like, yeah, let's do like the 4 and put us on like a roller coaster. It was like one of the themes, whatever. Brian's like, and I was like, should we do color? We're like, yeah, why not? Like, come on, like let's just do it, right?
And she's just hearing cha-ching, roller coaster cha-ching, Lego blockheads cha-ching, color cha-ching, each person cha-ching.
Oh, bro, Brian was like, because the thing is, it's like I'm thinking this will probably be $50, like max. Okay,
easy.
So we're like, okay, we're gonna come back, and she'll be done. Whatever, fun, something that you kind of like look at a couple times.
Yeah.
Well, this is becoming now, it's going to become the focal point of my entire design aesthetic because it was $153. So I'm changing my entire aesthetic around. We're stopped doing the kitchen renovation. Children are not going to college. And we're going to all sit around for Christmas and look at our investment piece because
I think we may have found an artist Hunter hates more than Picasso, and it's this chick. At Legoland.
When she and you know how mad I was when she said the price and I smiled and said, okay. And I put my card. I was so calm. That's how mad I was because I was like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This was more expensive than the tickets to get in the bar.
Right.
Bro, the way that I'm about to get this professionally framed, because I'm like, I'm sorry, but we're going big with this. Then I'm not. This is not.
You need to get like a legacy frame. You need to get like a Weatherbeast legacy frame.
I'm telling you, my whole design aesthetic is changing so that we can accommodate this because that's the only way that this wouldn't be a stupid decision. We just had no idea, and I looked at the receipt, and it was like, it was like okay, $36 a head. Okay, robbing blind. And it was like, you want color? It's a separate fee. You color the body for one fee and the face for another. Good thing we didn't add names because that was another $17 a person to add names.
Whoa.
Bro,
we're in the wrong industry. We're in the wrong business.
Michaela, I'm going to buy caricatures for dummies tonight and start a business in my town because this is wild. Now, here's the thing. You were saying, you're like, dude, this is why AI is taking over. And to that I say, yeah, okay? Because I could easily put this in AI. Now, we support the arts. My husband's an artist. My sister's an artist. My dad's an artist.
Yeah.
We support the arts. I kept having
We're not very good, but
that.
Sure.
Yeah, no one's good, but
no one's good, but we do put pen to paper.
You can put pen to paper. So of course I was like excited for this girl, and she was really sweet, of course, because she knew we were giving our kids college tuition, the pair of them, in order to.
She was getting her down payment on her next home.
Absolutely. I was like, oh, and can you imagine? She must have looked at us and thought, oh my God, these fucking fools.
I'm going to take them for a ride.
It's 10 a.m. and I got blessed with 2 fools right off the bat. Let's fucking go, dude. Of course she was happy. So, and then they tried to get you with like, oh, do you need a frame? And I was like, I don't even know if we'll have gas to get home because no, we can't do a frame. we're gonna have to go home and pack lunch and come back because we can't afford lunch now. Like literally, I was like, roll it up and put it in a thing. I don't know. So I'm protecting this thing with my life because it is the most expensive.
Under one arm, you're doing like the Heisman to keep people the fuck away from your
It's the most expensive piece of art that I own in my entire house. So like,
bro, come on.
Bro, we were taken for a ride. And now we all are just a couple of blockheads, Lego ass blockheads on a
like you guys could be anyone.
Coaster. Michaela, we could be literally, like, there's no
personal
distinct features at all. Okay?
That's what's crazy. Okay, that's the part that gets me is like, it could be anybody in those pictures. Well.
I'm going to post this so someone else can take it and use it for their family.
Yeah, I honestly give $5 to use this as your family.
Oh my God, dude.
Because a caricature is one thing because it does look like you.
Right. But and you're like, oh, it got like the cheekbones and it got like, oh, you're like
got my freckles.
Got your big old nose, Brian. You know what I mean? It's like, this looks like a bunch of minifigures look all the same.
Right.
So we got taken for a ride and we're going to halt our kitchen renovation.
The renovation is over.
And we're going to have no kitchen but we will have this investment piece. And if I don't call it an investment piece, I'll cry. So.
Right. We have to always refer to it as the investment piece. And
also,
if
my
you guys
kids
see,
weren't even that into it. Like they were like, "Oh, cool. Can we?" Like I was like,
"You're like, no, we need to sit and take this in. We need to understand. We need to really sit and just take this.
Let's breathe her in. Come on now. Let's all gather around as a family.
Deeply. Let's take it. Let's dissect it piece to piece, line by line.
Let's look at all of our nondescript features together."
Right. So if you guys see some like feet pictures of Hunter popping up, you know why.
Buy them, please.
Nope.
Okay. So sorry, I just had to have a cold sip. So another thing that happened at Legoland was we got taken for a ride part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so Brian and we had passed this little game area and they're like, come on, like 5 balls, for $20, whatever. And it was like a basketball thing and you get like a plushie, whatever. And we were like, we got this one. We were like, we fucking got this. Like, we're so good at shooting hoops. We're tall. It's not even that far.
Right.
If they didn't fucking shake us down for $50 and we did not get one in Michaela, we walked in there thinking, bro, we only need 2 balls for $10. Dude, we don't even need the 5.
Keep your 3 because you're about to see something.
Bro.
You're about to see something. We got LeBron and we got Caitlin Clark that just walked through the door.
We were
like
humiliated.
The Monstars from Space Jam walking in slow-mo.
Literally.
And then fast forward to you guys missing every single basket.
Every single shot, Michaela. Literally, we spent $50. That's 10 balls. And by the way, the guy felt so bad for us that he kind of like kept giving us them again to try again. He was like, okay, like that one almost got in, so I'm going to give it to you. Or like, if it bounces back and you catch it,
he's like, oh man, I've never seen anyone do this poorly.
No, he literally felt
you made him
bad.
Rethink his grift. This man's been grifting his entire life and you made him rethink it.
Because he knew the humiliation. Like he saw us come in with the kind of swagger that that any white man basically would have any day of the week. And I think he was so humiliated for us. And we also told the kids, we were like, do you guys each want, like before we even got in there, we were like, do you guys each want one? Which one do you guys want?
Right. Which of these stuffies do you guys
We
want?
had to call it because we literally said right off the top, caricature and no basketballs. I said, that's $200 right off the top.
Yeah.
That's like clear off the top, $200.
with precious little to show for it. Precious little to show.
Our kids were like, when are we gonna get this out? And we were just like, it's over. It's done. We're done, dude. We just were shaken down. Is all I have to say. Like we just were shaken down. And last but not least, we went on a ride, and it's this water ride where you have to like shoot on like a pirate ship, you shoot little targets. And this girl, don't be this fucking girl, is all I have to say. So she, when you're in line waiting to get onto the boat, she started shooting the water at the people in line. And by the way, she was like 30. And she
No,
was like
really?
smiling
Okay.
and like doing it and getting everyone wet and kept getting Hudson wet like in his eyes and in his face. So he started crying because he was like, great. I wasn't planning to get fully wet right now. Like I'm not
Right.
on the ride. I'm standing in line and I'm getting pelted by this. And she was like, I'm doing it. And bro, I thought I was about to throw down on this. I literally was like, can you, bro, is everyone
No.
okay?
No, people aren't okay because that is so. Imagine just harassing a 5-year-old at Legoland with the water
Harassing.
spray.
I
Like, that's
literally,
so wild.
and then he cried the whole ride because it was like went into his eyes
The,
directly.
th- the thing is that Hudson's not the one because
No,
he's a
he's
sensy
sensitive.
boy. And, like, you shouldn't have picked, you got to pick a kid that looks like a little brat in the audience. You know what I mean? In the
Yeah,
line.
or
You
that's
got to
like
find a.
jumping around and blah blah blah. And it's
Yeah, like
like,
the squirrelier kids, the ones that are like, yeah, like get me. Like those kids exist in the world
yeah,
because they live in my neighborhood. I know them,
I
okay?
know.
You know how badly I wish I had a water sprayer that I could take out front and just
Dude,
these
I
children
know. Honestly, you
absolutely
should.
spraying them. I would love that. Like they're
You should
having
get a
fun,
little.
but I'm just decking them in the face with the water. No,
They
but
come
like,
over
yeah,
every
like
single day.
Hudsy's right. Hudsy's not the one for
He's
that.
not the one, and it just infuriated me. And also, not last but not least, because I have one more thing to say, and I told you this, and now this is controversial. I think you have to force your kids to just be brave and to get on roller coasters. And now here's what I told Michaela. I said, there's something about like, oh, if you're afraid, like I'm not gonna like don't do anything that you like don't want to do.
Yeah,
And I do believe in that, but I do think that there is a little bit where it's like you're gonna do it. You're gonna try it.
sure.
Because I think this goes for like you have to know your kid, right? So it's like if he's
Mm-hmm.
genuinely afraid, or if he's just saying he's afraid but then he's going to talk about it later and be like, oh, I wish I did that. Hudson's
Right,
totally that type of kid. So there was
right.
like a roller coaster that last time he was too afraid to go on, and this time I was like, you're going to do it. Like I'm going to push you. We're going to listen. And I told him, I said, mommy and daddy will never put you on something or do something that we don't think that you would enjoy.
Right,
And of course, he went on that ride and he was like, let's do it again. And we did
right.
it a couple more times. And then he was totally fine for the rest of the day. He was like, I want to go do that. He did every like big kid, big boy ride because we were like, see, you were brave. You like pushed through. And I just have to say, if you have been seeing videos that's like, hey, mama, you know, let your kid, if your kid is,
Mamas.
don't ever, but like if there's nothing that they want to do, just don't let them do it. Whatever they want to do. I don't know.
Right.
I'm kind of part of me is kind of like push through it. Push through it. Do it
I
afraid.
right. Do it afraid. I think that the most important thing that you said there is like you know your kid, and I think that
Yeah.
parents know their children. Like that's one thing that I have absolutely learned as someone without kids, but who is surrounded by people with kids, is like every parent around me knows their kids so well. Like they
Yes.
obviously, especially the moms, like they can clock if their kid is happy, sad, uncomfortable, irritated, annoyed, if they're gonna have a breakdown, if they're gonna be laughing and just, you know your kids so well. And I feel
Yeah.
like you should utilize that to like push them if you feel they need to be pushed, or back off if you feel like this just is not going to be benefiting them. But when you told me this, it reminded me of when I was like, I think I was 5 or 6, and I had just finished learning how to swim like a year before, like probably the summer before. I'd learned how to swim, and I'd gone off of the diving boards that are like short, you know, the ones
Right.
that are kind of like like the regular ones that just go
They're
right
like
above.
right above the pool.
Yeah, and then like maybe a little bit higher, like 3 steps above.
Right.
And dad always took me to the pool. And I'll never forget one time he was like, okay, today you're going to dive off of the high dive. And I think it was like a graduation thing. Like once you dive from that high dive, you got like a medal or something with like the swimming school
Got it.
or
Makes
whatever.
sense.
So it was
Yeah.
like a different level. So I'd gone like learning swimming young, like little, and then you go into the big kid pool and you learn that. And that's sort of like, okay, because it's like an age thing, right? So it's like
Right.
this age is you're this, and then this age is you're in this pool. And you had to jump off of the thing. And I remember dad saying, everyone's going to jump off of the high dive. And then you get like your certification for learning how to swim. And I remember being so fucking terrified. I remember the fear. And I remember like the whole entire lesson. I remember like I just kept looking at the high dive and being like,
oh my God.
Like the time was like counting down. And I was like, I was like, oh my God, it looks so scary. Like I was freaking out, right? But I remember dad, and I kept telling him, I was like, I don't think I can do it. And I just remember him being like, he literally said, I would never make you do something that was going to hurt you. And I would never make you do something that I didn't think you were going to like have fun.
Enjoy. Yeah.
Enjoy. Yeah. And I literally remember I was like, okay, you know, because like you just put so much faith in your parents. You're just like I'm like, okay, well, dad's never, you know, he's
not going to do this to hurt me. Like
he hasn't done this. Yeah, he hasn't failed me yet. So like, let's, you know. And I remember, it's crazy how vivid the memory is, because I remember like climbing up the steps and like my legs were shaking, and I just remember to me everyone got smaller and smaller,
dude,
and smaller the higher I got. Yeah. But like it was like maybe 10 feet. I don't know.
Right, but when you're 5.
I bet if I go back and look at it, it was really like 4 feet. You know what I mean? Probably was so short. But I remember my little legs just like shaking and my whole body was shaking, but I was like pushing through, right?
Right.
Got to the end of that high dive, looked at dad. He gave me like a thumbs up, and I was just like, if I die, I die. At that point, I was like, well, I'm not going to disappoint him. I'm not going to disappoint all these people. If I go, I go. Like it was the beginning of my nihilistic like brain. Where I was just like, all right,
this could be very well it.
This is it. I have to give everyone a great show. Yeah, exactly. So I just remember like that moment of jumping off, hitting the water, shattering every bone in my body. I'm kidding. No. I'm just kidding. I remember jumping off, you know, hitting the water, coming up and being like, like that was the most fun thing I've ever done. And I went and did it probably 5 more times.
Isn't that so like, and it just goes to show how your kids really trust you until they don't trust you, until you give them a reason to not trust you.
Yeah, true.
You know?
And you know your kid, and also it's like good to push them sometimes. I just like in this day, I feel like people are not sure. Like you don't want to fuck your kid. I understand where the gentle parenting comes from, because it's like our parents, parents, like all of them came from different generations that were like worse and worse with mental health.
Yeah.
Like,
it was like the anti-gentle parent.
They didn't know any better, to be fair. Yeah. And it was just like kind of free for all, like child rearing. You just sort of did whatever. If you were kind of a shitty person, you're gonna like beat your kid. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you're a nice person, you won't. You kind of get to roll the dice when you're a kid, and hopefully your parents not abusive by nature. Now it's like just so different, and I can understand why people want to take the gentle parenting approach, because they're like, totally. Like you think about all the things that like maybe you wish your parent had done different.
Totally.
And you want to apply that. But at the same time, I do think it is just, it's well within a parent's right, who knows their kid and genuinely cares about their well-being, to push your kid once in a while. Like,
yeah.
You know what you're capable of doing.
I almost wonder if also part of me wishes like we've talked about before, wishes I personally was pushed a little bit more in some things, even just like emotionally in some things, or things that were outside of my comfort zone, because I was a very reserved kid, very reserved kid. And so I'm like, you know, like I always encourage my kids to, you know, talk to the waiters and like, you know, get vocal. And like, dude, Hudson used to be so shy. Now, are you kidding me? He literally will talk to the waiter, talk their ear off, and talk to anybody. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, who is this kid? And I always tell him, I'm like, listen, do it afraid. It's fine. Do it afraid. If you're afraid, that's fine. That feeling is fine. Do it afraid and do it brave, because like you can do it. And if you try it and you don't like it, then you don't have to do it again, but at least you know.
Right.
And like he's been really taken to that. So like the other day we like made him steak because he was curious about steak for the first time. And so we were like, okay, try it. Like if you don't like it, you don't like it. And you know, he didn't. And we were like, no, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't like it. Interesting.
No.
Maybe we need to.
Yeah. But like, you know, we're really encouraging, like, just try it. Also, it was funny because he was watching this show and they were like, it's called like Henry Danger or something on Disney. And he loves the show. It's kind of like one of those like Hannah Montana Disney kind of like slapstick back, you know, whatever.
Right.
And there's one episode where they're like slapping, spanking. Not like spanking the kid, but they're like spanking, like, ooh, I'm spanking you. And they're like trying to embarrass one of the kids because they're like spanking him,
got
right?
it. Okay. Yep.
Hudson couldn't even grasp the concept. Like he was like, what's spanking? And I was like, oh, well, like when you like hit someone's butt, and he couldn't even grasp the concept. He was like, why would you like hit someone, like spank someone? And I was like, God, it's, you know, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
That was like a prerequisite for a parent. Absolutely. You know, it was like, you got spanked. You got, you know, you got a hand to the tush.
Spare the rod, spoil the child is a literal biblical verse. Spare the rod, spoil the child.
Insane.
Yeah.
And it was just trying to get him to grasp what they were doing. And then also being like, yeah, like hands aren't for hitting. And then they're just like spanking people. It was just very, very odd. But yeah, dude, I don't know how we got here. What were we talking about? Oh, just
him being brave and and also just child rearing in general and how
and just,
it's like, so different now. And you know what? We could all take that advice. I know I could. I've always been, you know what's crazy? I've always considered myself a somewhat fearless person, in the sense of like, fear doesn't stop me usually from doing anything. Like, like I sound like I don't have fear, but it kind of doesn't stop me a lot. Like I kind of enjoy the feeling a little bit of all of that. But I remember when I was like 13 or 14, I read this book series. I don't know if it was called Fearless, but it was really cool. It was about this young girl. She was like 17 and she was born without fear. And that was like her whole thing.
Isn't the guy who does Free Solo born without that? There's an actual condition. It's like an actual.
I don't know. Let me see.
So the climber who look up what it's called, like what he's missing. He's like missing something in his brain.
A physical condition of true biological fearlessness is most commonly caused by Urbach-Wiethe disease, a very rare genetic disorder that damages the brain's amygdala.
Is that what the guy who's Free Solo has?
Let me look.
Look up Free Solo fearless like disease or something. There's something in him that's missing, and it allowed him to free solo. And if you don't know what free solo is, it's when you are rock climbing without any bungee or anything on the side of mountains. And he's literally climbed the tallest mountains in the entire world free solo.
So it's Alex Honnold, and apparently his scans have shown that he just has an unusually low amygdala response to fear. So I guess the lack of activation comes from extreme desensitization, high sensation seeking, and intense mental preparation rather than like a physical, like a missing or anything. But I guess he has a very small amygdala.
Okay.
And that's going to be a new thing I asked, you know, that's all you single girls. Amygdala. Can I see your amygdala, please? Go get a scan. I feel like we're almost at that point now, though, where we're going to have like men get scans. Like I need a brain scan before I say yes to
Let me
this
see that
date.
amygdala. Show me what amygdala.
Pull out that amygdala, babe. But yeah, I guess years of doing it also probably creates a lot of desensitization. But in this book, she literally has no fear. Like she just is born without the gene, without the ability. And it was just so inspiring to me as like a young girl to read that series.
Can
And
you
she is like,
imagine?
she's kind of like a spy. She's kind of like she's almost like a Batman, but like a Batgirl kind of a vibe, but like younger. Do you know what I mean? Like she's kind of like
Yeah.
a little bit of superhero, but she doesn't have like any magical powers. She just is like,
A person.
I don't know, good at fighting, and she's like got weapons and stuff. But I just remember it was like so cool to read a book about a girl who just like literally had no fear, when we live in a world that creates a lot of, and justifiably so, fear for women, because it is a scary place. But it was just cool like to see, because you're in her brain obviously, so you're kind of like seeing how like the things that you would be afraid of, she's not afraid of.
Yeah. Could you imagine that life? Like, imagine if you were not born without fear. Like, what you would do.
I don't know. I don't know how that would impact people in a good or bad way, because I feel like
For a diagnosed sociopath, is that someone who doesn't feel emotion, right?
They don't
like, what's
feel
a true
empathy.
proper empathy? Is it only empathy? Is it empathy and emotion? Is it, because I know that there's like a proper.
So there's no
Not
official
just my
label.
exes.
Yeah. not just my exes. A diagnosis requires a lifelong pattern of disregard for the rights of others, deceitfulness, impulsivity, irritability, and aggressiveness, and a clear lack of remorse. So
it's nothing physically like.
No, that's the thing about the mental stuff, is it's not.
But
like
also,
you
it's
can
like part of
see
me
it.
is like, maybe we just haven't tapped into that yet. Maybe there's not enough research.
People with antisocial personality disorder, often called sociopaths, do experience basic physical fear, but they have a much lower capacity for psychological fear, anxiety, and worry than most people. So they feel normal basic survival fear if like a sudden danger. So like if a bear walks in front of them, they like know to run away.
Okay.
But they rarely feel nervous about the future, social awkwardness, or the bad results of their actions. No shit. And because they don't feel much fear or anxiety, they often take big risks and do not learn easily from past punishments. They lack empathy, guilt, and deep remorse for hurting others. So really, it's just a lot of that. A lot of like, I don't feel bad because I hurt you.
That's a bad
And
guy.
I think I've told you about that woman that I watched who is a diagnosed sociopath, who like has kids and like is married. And
yeah, you did. I remember.
Yeah. And that was one of the most fascinating things I have ever watched.
Did that just send like a chill down your spine though?
Kind of, but I also am like, she can't help it. She can't help it.
Does she care about her kids? Like, does she care about her kids' well-being?
To an extent, not like you do. Nowhere near like you or most probably women out there. I think that I can't imagine being married to that person. You know,
and some women would say they are married to someone like that. You know,
I know. I want to see, what is her name, because I actually think you guys should watch this because it is so freaking fascinating. Let me look. Okay, her name is Patrick Gagne. It's Patrick, which is interesting. Patrick Gagne, Gagne.
You're like, wow. You're like, wow. Who would ever have a boy's name for a girl?
Yeah, I'm like, that's so freaking weird.
Dude, literally,
so weird to have one of those names that like boys and girls. But Patrick isn't a woman's name. Let's be so fucking for real. That's what started this. Okay, don't name your daughter Dean and think that it's not going to be weird.
Dean is actually a cute name for a girl. Some would argue that neither is Hunter, but our parents, mom didn't realize she was so woke that she gave me a white man's name to get me in the door.
It's actually true. If they see Hunter McGrady or Hunter Keys, they're probably like, oh, this is a gentleman.
Every single time. If I'm not on the phone or text, if it's just texting with like a worker, somebody that I don't know, they'll always be like, thank you, sir, or sir, your ride's here.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Like, for instance, the other day we had to get our tire changed, and I was communicating with the person over a text message, and then he was like, yeah, your husband, Hunter, was telling me that. And I was like, no, it's me. I'm Hunter.
I've never even thought about that. The fact that you have not a boy name, but a name that is used for boys as well. Because my name is only used for girls. So that is so wild.
I know. Crazy.
Poor you. You've been through so much.
Her name's Patrick.
Her name is Patrick. And yeah, she's a diagnosed like full on sociopath. And she talks about growing up and realizing that she was different in the things that made her different, and learning about how she like didn't understand kids. She couldn't relate. She was very, I think very lonely. She had 2, I think. I think she's her. But she just like talks about like growing up and like her experiences with people, and how she just like doesn't feel empathy or like remorse for things. And I think she has to mask a lot. Like she has to sort of pretend to feel these things. And
it's
but
hard
they're
to
not
feel bad for
genuine.
someone like that though.
Absolutely. I guess
sucks.
I know. And I think if you're a mother too, you probably feel less bad even, because you're like, I don't give a fuck what your reasoning is. Like to not give your kid like full emotional support is however you feel about it. I don't have kids, so probably I don't have that extra little bit, but it does allow me to feel more level of like, because she can't control it. There's nothing she can do. Like she can't.
I also wonder if any of it has to do with trauma.
Listen, it says here like it's tough. It's tough to say because there is so much back and forth about nurture versus nature, and what is like what your parents' impact is, what the people around you's impact is, what your natural thing. I'm pretty sure it's like how you're raised is actually like more impactful than your genetics.
Yeah. Right.
I think that's what they've been saying.
Right. But then you see kids who will be like, I'm going to eat this frog whole or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, so that are like young. So I don't know, dude. We're not scientists. We just play one on TV. Mm-hmm. Anywho.
Now I'm like, I'm going to be looking into this now.
I know. Guys, let us know if you've seen this documentary and if you are a sociopath.
I would love to sit down with a sociopath though. Like I want to sit down with people that have these, these states and be like, what's the tea? Like,
yeah. So if you're
like,
a sociopath, write in.
Slide into my DMs.
We love you guys and thanks for listening to another episode, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for listening. You can catch a new episode of Model Citizen every Thursday. And please don't forget to follow the podcast so you don't miss any of the action. We want to hear from you. So please leave a rating and review and follow us on socials for all the behind the scenes action at Hunter McGrady and Michaela McGrady. And don't forget, you are worthy, you are loved, and you are capable of doing all wonderful things. Bye, guys.